Hey Tauruses, so in this video we're going to do an oracle card pull for you. So I pulled a card for you from this deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle Card Deck by Colette Baron Reed. And I'm going to show you the card, but before I get into that, I want to just say that I know, and this actually kind of ties into the card too, but just say that I know you guys are feeling really good and excited, but there are changes that you need to make in your life if you want to be able to sustain yourself, keep moving forward, and also have a happy future, because what you do right now is important to how things are going to play out in the future. This is kind of a pivotal time. So how you manage your time and your energy is very important. And that's why I know you guys are trying to stay optimistic and stay excited, stay positive, and not really focus on what's actually going on in many ways. But you guys really do need to focus on that and make some changes and find better ways of doing things. So yeah, if you haven't already checked out my other videos, I would check that out because I kind of talk about some things you can do. So for the card reading, the card that I got is number 50, Compass. And what this card wants to share with you is that right now you're being really, really distracted by a lot of the things around you. And it's really messing up with your energy. And it's getting your compass off track. You're actually kind of being skewed somewhere else, but you don't really know that. You can't see that because you're too distracted by everything else, and the energy is just like kind of all over the place. And you also really aren't noticing that there are people in your life who really love you, who are there, who are just like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And who really want to be there for you. You're kind of ignoring them, and you're kind of closed off from everything else that's going around you. And you're just not aligned, and you're just not focused on all of the right things. You're focused on one thing, and you're not really focused on it in the right way, even though it's the one thing that you're focused on. And if you really want to allow the magic of your life to come out and allow it to transform your life, not just now, but really going forward and in the future, and really build that positive future, you're going to have to align yourself again and really focus on what's important in your life and prioritize and figure out how you're going to make sure that those priorities are getting the attention that they need, not just one of them. And that really is going to come from you figuring out how to do that one focus a lot better, how to make it easier, how to streamline it, how to find a better way to handle it so that you can give attention and give room to the other things in your life and really align yourself, because right now you're way too skewed in one direction and it's just not benefiting you. And you're trying to push it down and kind of hide it and keep everything together, but at some point, you know, something is going to break and you're not really keeping it together. It is just a facade that you're putting out there to convince yourself, maybe to convince others, but really to convince yourself, because you're afraid that you're going to give up on something really important to you. But really the balance in your life is important for a reason, because you should never really be so focused on one thing, because if that one thing doesn't work out, what do you have left if you've let go of everything else? And so I know that whenever you bring about balance in your life, it can be hard because you can't focus on your main focus the way you would like to. And yes, like sometimes you will lose some motivation because you're spread a little more thin. It's across your priorities, so you're not spread thin, but it's more thin than if you just focus on one thing. But that loss of attention to your focus, to your goal, is worth it in terms of having that better, well-rounded life where you have a support system and you have other things going for you than just the one thing. You need more going for you. Your life needs to be a lot more versatile, and it needs to have more to it. It needs to be more full. It can't just be one-dimensional. It needs to have many dimensions to it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, is really align yourself, really find a better way to live your life, and really address some things that you haven't been addressing, and let down the mask that you've been putting on. And if you have somebody in your life, like, work with them. They can give you some ideas and suggestions, and be open to being open about it, to being open about how you don't have everything together and you really could use some help, and accept the help. You know, like, don't this is not, when you open up to them, it's not about you, and it's not about how poorly you're managing things. It's just about finding a better way to do things. That's all that is. So don't Don't be shy, and like don't hesitate being vulnerable about some of the mistakes you've made and how you've handled things. Because it's not about the mistake, it's about what do you want to do now? How can we fix this now? Where are we going to go? How can we make this better? That's where the attention really is going to be, and that's what your partner, whoever you're going to talk to, is really going to want to talk about. They don't really care about how you mishandled things before. They don't care. They love you. They care about how are we going to make this better for you? How are we going to make you happier? How are we going to allow you to have everything in your life and be happy? How are we going to figure out how you can still achieve your goals without feeling the stressed and still, you know, having the love in your life that you want, and having the relationships that you want, and having the richness of life that you want. So yeah, I think it'll be a very nice discussion. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll de-stress you at the very least. And you guys are smart. You guys are really, really smart. And there is a better way to do things, but you can't see it because you're too focused. And so you need to step away and reprioritize, and then allow that distance to help you figure out how you can have it all. Because you can, just not the way that you're going about it right now. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already seen my other videos, don't forget to check them out. The love reading, career reading, and the general reading. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit like. And don't forget to leave me a comment. And I will see you in my next video.